The movie Inside Out, released by Disney and Pixar in 2015, features animated characters that surround and support the main character, Riley. Riley, at 11 years old, moves from her childhood home in Minnesota to San Francisco to follow her dad's job. The movie offers a unique perspective as the audience watches the external characters, Riley and her family, as well as the internal characters, her emotions named joy, fear, anger, disgust, and sadness. These internal characters of mixed gender, along with other aspects of Riley's personality, such as her name, her sport, and visual cues throughout the movie, as well as the traditional gender roles portrayed by her parents, center Riley as a successful androgynous human character in a children's film. The movie makes use of encoded messages built around gendered stereotypes and visual cues, such as connecting emotions and color with gender roles, but then breaks down these assumptions through Riley's characterization. The film is, in many ways, visually demonstrating the process of Riley's socialization through imagery like her islands of personality. Socialization, defined by Croto and Hoynes, is the process whereby we learn and internalize the values, beliefs, and norms of our culture, and in doing so, develop a sense of self. The islands are physical representations of how socialization has produced Riley's personality. Each island is the product of a core memory, along with other memories that inform who she is as a person.
Each core memory powers a different aspect of Riley's personality, like Hockey Island. Goofball Island is my personal favorite.
Come back here, you little monkey!
Friendship Island is pretty good, too. Oh, I love Honesty Island! And of course, Family Island is amazing.
I gotta be a puzzle.
As Riley faces new milestones, her personality islands adapt to fit her new social world in San Francisco. The film follows a number of patterns or codes that dictate the display of important ideas such as relating to gender socialization. In his documentary about gender representations, Sut Jolly, executive director and founder of the Media Education Foundation, states, "So we can understand the term code in a couple of ways. First of all, it refers to a kind of shorthand language that everyone shares and understands, through which we can communicate some larger ideas. And secondly, it refers to a set of rules or ways to be in the world, like a code of behavior." The framing of color presents important characteristics for each character throughout the movie. Each external character's headquarters has a distinct appearance based on color. The code, emotion of color, communicates the idea that color signifies certain emotions, and the film displays these colors with the goal of evoking specific emotions. For example, the mom's headquarters are pastel, with pink chairs and soft curtains, while the dad's headquarters are dark, with metal furniture. Alternately, Riley's headquarters are mostly dark purple, with more whimsical shapes and free lines. These colors perpetuate the socialized gender norms that remind us that bright colors are for females, while males align with dark and neutral colors. The mom and dad characters in the film embody the code titled the gendered parent. This code was constructed based on codes created by England, Descartes, and Collier Meek in their study of Disney gender role portrayal. Two main codes that inspired the gendered parent were the masculine characteristic, titled assertive, and the feminine characteristic, titled nurturing. The gendered parent code implies that Riley's gendered socialization is represented by the actions and portrayals of her parents. Her dad is exemplary of traditional masculinity, seen dressing almost exclusively in muted earth tones, rarely displaying strong emotions other than anger, and rarely being present in the domestic setting. Riley's mom demonstrates femininity, dressing in pinks and bright colors, being shown as the emotional support structure of the family, and always being there to take care of Riley while her dad is busy. Riley's mom also encourages her daughter to take on these traits, as shown in the scene after she is grounded and sent to her room by her dad.
Where's Dad?
On the phone. This new venture is keeping him pretty busy.
I rest my case.
Well, your dad's a little stressed. You know, about getting his new company up and running.
Now, for a few well-placed withering scowls.
I guess all I really want to say is thank you.
Huh?
You know, through all this confusion, you've stayed our happy girl. But if you and I can keep smiling, it would be a big help. We can do that for him, right?
Riley's mom is encouraging her to demonstrate the same emotional support role she has taken on in order to confirm her place in the family and in society as a girl. Regardless of her own feelings, Riley has to be their happy girl in order to help her dad feel better about the hard time he's having at work, while little attention is paid to the impact on Riley. Additionally, both parents work together in actively socializing Riley at the end of the film, when they send her off to play in her first hockey game.
Now, when you get out there, you be aggressive.
I know, Dad.
But not too aggressive.
You know, you guys don't have to come to every game.
Are you kidding? I'm not missing one. Go!
Both parents explicate the boundaries of femininity to Riley. It might be okay to be aggressive, since she is playing an aggressive sport, but her mom reminds her she cannot be too aggressive. Gender and media scholar Amanda Putnam describes the consequences of stepping outside of gender roles in Disney films, particularly with the evil stepsisters in Cinderella, who, much like the fearful image in Riley's mother's head, are aggressive and violent towards those around them. Riley is discouraged in the same way, as acting too aggressive would be framed as masculine and villainous. While Riley is interacting with gendered socializing forces, her own identity portrayal is distinctly ambiguous. This sort of portrayal is often defined as androgynous. Suit Jolly defines androgyny as not fitting cleanly into the typical masculine and feminine gender roles of their society. The film opens with Riley's birth, where we hear her name for the first time and see the clear distinctions of color. Riley is wrapped in a yellow blanket with a hat designed with both blue and pink stripes. The encoded visuals of color clue us to the idea that males align with blue and females identify with pink. Yellow holds no gendered connotation, and Riley's first moments dressed in blue, pink, and yellow display no distinct gender. Additionally, Riley's internal characters, her emotions, are both male and female, whereas every other character's internal emotions align with a singular gender identity. The name Riley can be coded as both masculine and feminine, again dismissing any specific gender. Lastly, another pillar of Riley's personality is the traditionally masculine sport, hockey. Riley, throughout the film, participates on co-ed teams and distinguishes hockey as a priority in her life. The Disney and Pixar movie Inside Out addresses and fades out their traditional gender portrayals through the creation of an androgynous human character who succeeds without a strict gender identity. Contrasting the gendered representations of the mom and dad characters, Riley's personality islands are ambiguously gendered and alter throughout the film to follow the idea of socialization of young people. The portrayal of Riley, through color, emotion, and socialized values, does not align directly with masculine or feminine characteristics, and Disney and Pixar successfully presents an androgynous human character.